Hello guys, welcome back. Well, my day was shit. How was yours? Got up, did the videos for you guys. Really low energy today, obviously. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I should do one more thing for the people over at the other channel, because I'm not going to go back for a couple months. And YouTube had scared the shit out of us yet again today with some emails. And I was like, maybe we all need to calm down, because a lot of the people watch the other channel have emails. So I start downloading this horror game and I'm like, okay, we can play this. Maybe something spooky after we've all had a good scare would be good, right? It's taken down there forever to download this. And I'm like, okay, I'll go look around. What am I going to go look at? I go to read the news and there's been a school shooting. And goddamn, if there isn't a gun involved in this game, and I did not know that when I started downloading it, I thought it was going to be one of those like Outlasty things. And I was like, okay. No, not on my channel, not today, and the game wasn't that good anyways. Um, and then I was upset, and I'm like, well, I can't transition from this to cute kitten. And then there's this goddamn thing YouTube's gonna be doing, where can I ever play something cute and sweet on that channel now? Now I'm fucked whatever I do. So I'm upset, and we go on Pinterest. And if I had gotten a few pins before for the old man, 5 fucking billion of them fell out of the sky, and I had either deleted or archived all of his boards. Because I was like, this isn't fair to anyone, especially not fair to me. If you're gonna walk away, just walk away. Don't keep giving a deity or someone false hope. I know that shit's still up there, but I took a lot of stuff down. And it was like a veil had been lifted because it's still the same art. There's still the same exact pins they kept showing me almost on a daily basis. It was like I could see how frankly ugly these pins were. There's nothing beautiful about Odin unless he's been working his wells on you. There's nothing remotely handsome or attractive about him. These pins are meant to look menacing and scary. This artwork is meant to look downright evil and diabolical. It's not meant to look loving or comforting. It's meant to appeal to certain people that have certain tendencies, and I'm just staring at them, and I told Hermes, I said, you know, I could swear that Odin did work some kind of sorcery on me, because how could I ever look at anything like this and see anything other than something that's meant to frighten and intimidate people? And he just kind of shrugged really sad. And I had worked my ass off when we were working together, making a really cute Odin board. So there's a huge difference between a cute kind of twee new agey Odin and something designed for prison wear. And I had always been uneasy working on the Odin board anyways, because so much of this stuff you couldn't tell if it was a tattoo for a decent heathen or it was for somebody on death row. There's absolutely no difference, unfortunately, since they all use the same symbols. And I thought, you know what? Let them win. It's not worth it. I don't trust him. I don't trust his moral character. And it was like, I think Odin, in his own way, whether by mistake or by design, wanted to push me until I found out and see what I do. And I was like, well, fuck you. I'm not dealing with somebody like that. That's what I'm gonna do. And Hermes has warned me. He said it's going to take some time for his influence to wear off, and he said it's going to take time for Pinterest to learn, because Pinterest is a stupid baby that keeps trying to hand you things even though you've deleted that board. And it's not like this mystical thing from the gods of the gods are trying to like shove stuff down my throat. It's Pinterest being Pinterest. As soon as you delete a board, they might have not given you stuff for that board for months, but because you've interacted with it, now they're sure you want it. And so it was just a really crummy, shitty day. And I said, I don't know how I stayed blind for so long. And Hermes is like, you wanted to. You wanted to not face everything he's capable of. You wanted to be blind. You wanted to not face that, you know, there's far more hate groups, I think, in heathenry and Asatru than there are decent people. I'm sorry, I'm just going like, even did research today. I was like, maybe this is just something. Let me look. There's so many hate groups, guys. There's so many hate groups in Asatru, and there's so many hate groups in heathenry. And the people that aren't hate groups are elitist assholes. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with all this. I'm done. So I'm just walking away at this point. Not from the channel. We'll be here, but from that. I told Hermes, I said, honestly, I don't want to be working with gods that have a reputation for attracting violent people because we're living in a world where you see stories about school shootings on the same day that a gun manufacturer is making two gun manufacturing companies out of themselves because we don't have enough weapons on the street. And I'm like, maybe we need to do something as human beings to change. And I thought, well, Odin's never going to be a loving and kind god. He's never going to be a god known for his charity or his mercy or his benevolence. He's going to always attract violent people, and I just don't need that in my life right now. I don't think any of us do. Um, it's kind of why I gave little Lacenta a pat one time. I know I still have her hat, but I gave her a pat one time. She's like, I know, I know. So I had to let her go too, because I'm like, you can get attracted to and find an okay side in some of these deities that have real violent followers, but at the same time, it's like if you keep playing with a dog having been known to bite people, if you finally get bit, you should not be surprised. If you keep working with a deity that has a lot of violent or extreme followers, you shouldn't be surprised if you eventually come into contact with them. And I said, it's just felt like Odin soured towards me anyhow. Like he was getting dangerous and malevolent. And I said, I think the part of him that hates everything I stand for has come out. They're extremely homophobic, they're extremely racist, and they hate women in a lot of these groups. So I'm like, you know what? He's never came out and told me that he doesn't support these groups. In fact, all it's ever been every time one of these groups come up or one of these people come onto the channel is a shouting match between Odin and myself. And I'll say, well, do you support these people or not? And he'll shout at me like, what do I think? And I'll say, I think I want the actual answer from you. And he'll just glare at me and shut down, and he'll go, fine. And, then if I would try to point out an article, like they have rallies where people dressed as Odin show up in the rally and bless these people. And if you point this stuff out to him, he just gets icy cold and he won't answer you and he just gives you this glare. I said, let's not forget, oh Father, the Vikings that we're so enamored with today that they were basically terrorists. We think they're cute and adorable and everything now. But wouldn't be cute and adorable if they broke into your home and killed your entire family just to take your shit. And I said, you're a god that from the very beginning you've been covered in blood. And he's looking at me. And so it did not end well. I said, I just had, I think, this rose tinted romantic view of Odin, of this, I don't know, Lord Byron figure on a cliff, and I hate Lord Byron with a passion, but for some reason it was appealing, this tragic figure of Odin. He's so alone, nobody understands him. People that don't like him understand him just fine. I don't hate him, but I don't trust him as far as I could throw him either. And I thought of it all day, and I thought, yeah, he will work with really hippy dippy peaceful people and act like a hippie, and then I could totally see him working with other people. If they have something to give him, I could see Odin working with them. I want to be able to put the blinders on and not see that anymore, guys, but once you see something, you can't unsee it, and it's like, I know him too well. I know stuff he's done to me. I know the kind of god he is. I know very well if it could further his agenda, whatever his agenda is, he'd go off and do it. I don't have faith with him anymore. I don't have trust with him anymore. And that goes for the rest of the Norse gods. So it was one of those things. It was like I kind of woke up to how violent this world is getting. I already knew. We've talked about that before, but like seeing a gun manufacturer happily announcing they're selling more guns on the day that students get shot and killed, I'm like, fucking hate this world some days. What are you gonna do? So, I know that's not the most cheerful video, and I know I'm gonna lose most of my subs because people signed up for a Norse, whatever, and I appreciate that, guys, but it's like, I don't know if Odin was pushing me to face the truth or what, but I finally figured out his payment. The payment to make him go away was to face what he's capable of. and to realize I could never have a God like that in my life. And then as soon as I faced that and I started crying, and I cried all day today, um, it was like he let go. He completely let go because he can see I'm too weak to be made into whatever he wanted to make me into. Because, like I said, he was bringing out the nasty part of me. He was bringing out the mean part of me, and I did not like that. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.